Okay, hello everybody. Craig Wyllie here from eXp Realty and 403 Real Estate Group. So I'm here today with Frank Hildebrandt. Frank is an insurance broker in Calgary. Howdy, Frank.
Hey.
So let's get to know you. Let's start maybe where you were originally from.
Yeah, sure. Life story in a snippet, Reader's Digest version. Grew up in Manitoba, grew up on the farm, crazy hard work. I can't imagine anybody that's ever worked harder than me physically in my life. So grew up on the farm, crazy hard work, good values, good work ethic,
Yeah.
good way to live. You know, that is a good way to live. You have the most gigantic garden ever. So you end up getting a great immune system because, you'll grab a carrot right out of the ground and just knock the dirt off and eat it, right?
That's right.
That's a great upbringing. Physically fit, strong as a bull, smart like tractor, all that stuff. And so then get into flooring, right? And then more hard labor.
Yeah.
Didn't mind it at all. Do that for till 89, and then moved to Calgary, where grass is greener, more business, all that stuff.
So,
Keep
and that's
on
why you
going.
moved to Calgary, just better
Yeah,
opportunity.
yeah, it was busier for sure.
Yeah.
And so flooring for 35 years, right?
Wow.
Yeah, that's why I say I've done enough physical labor for 40 men. Absolutely.
Yeah. So how did you get started in insurance, or why?
In insurance, I knew that I needed to exit out of flooring. Can't do
Yeah.
this till you're 85 years old, which I plan to live till 90, right?
We
And
all do.
so, yeah, and flooring is not feasible when you're 85 years old. It's just not.
No.
Needed a different career and something that could sustain me into twilight years as well.
That's right.
And yeah, so friend of a friend popped by job site and just posed it to me, and so explored the idea of insurance. Initially hated it, told that person, you're nuts, I've only ever worked with my hands all my life to sell insurance, you're crazy. Went and checked it out anyway. So during the presentation of that person going through this is what insurance is, I stopped the guy 6 times and said, wait a minute, they'll pay what? They'll pay what? You could do what? I stopped him 6 times and said, how are they making money? He says, well, that's the good part about insurance. You can offer good products.
Right.
Blown away, went into the school. Who knew that I would take to underwriting, legal mumbo jumbo. I have notepads up the yin yang about insurance and underwriting and compliance, and love it all. I was shocked myself that I took to this industry.
Awesome.
And I'm passionate about it. Love it.
Yeah. Wish you
Like,
would have
you could
started years ago.
wing any question at me. I probably will have an answer.
All right, well, let's start with what kind of insurance do you sell? Like
Well,
list a
that's a
few.
broad question.
Yeah, well, do you
Okay, sure.
specialize in anything, or?
Yeah, specialize? No, I can do a lot of things. I provide insurance for accident, sickness, life insurance, segregated funds, all that stuff. Everything except home and auto, right? That's
Okay.
a different wing of insurance.
Absolutely.
That's liability, business liability, all that stuff. What type of insurance? I can supply for the hard to insure. Really, it's just about, if you have a heartbeat and a checking account, there's somebody that will give you insurance.
Okay.
I'm serious. You bet. I'll find it.
And
Right?
that's what you do for people. You shop around, get
Yep.
to know your client, find what works for best for them, right?
Yeah. So I have access to 25 major insurance companies, all the biggies plus the specialty ones in there, where they specialize in certain things. There's one where you cannot buy insurance from them and have somebody come to your house. They don't do that. They specialize in just over the phone or just questionnaires, right? Of course, if you have that insurance company, you can't get the large benefit.
Right.
But for somebody that's just like, I want nobody to come to my house, there's a few options that way.
Which is, understandable these days, right?
Well, these days, of course, nobody's going to the houses.
Yeah.
But before all this coronavirus, absolutely. Yeah. There's different ways. So I'm an insurance broker, right?
Yeah.
And what I will do is find out who you are, everything about you, all your financial, your medical history, financial plans, what you want to do when you retire, the entire thing, how much you want to leave for kids, everything. And then I'll find an insurance company that fits you just like a glove, because every insurance company out there is different, believe me, in every way.
Okay, lots of options then.
Oh, and that's a lot of work on my part, because I do a lot of reading, a lot of note taking. My filing cabinet has a lot of things as far as this company does it this way and this way.
Right.
Yep.
Okay. So about options too, like if somebody needs insurance now, times are a little bit difficult. Some people temporarily laid off, maybe just starting to get back to work. Is there options for them?
Yeah. You know what? No matter what the situation, there is always an option. So one company, I can make it so that your first premium will come out 2 months later. You can have insurance in place. 2 months later is your first premium, right? So maybe you know ahead of time you're going to get back to work, and you know what you're going to get paid, and you'll say, hey, in a month, yeah, I will have that room in the budget. We can do the policy up. 2 months later, your first premium comes out. Insurance can be as cheap as $6 a month for a small policy, right?
Oh, wow.
All the way up to 40 million if you need it, right?
So that's a good way to protect your loved ones, right? If something happens to you.
Yeah, minimum you can do, and it would be $6 a month.
Right.
So there's no reason for anybody you know what? 33% of people in Calgary have zero life insurance. Really? Staggering, shocking. What are you people doing? It can be as little as $6 a month to get something, right?
Right. I think, I recently got life insurance too, but I think when you're younger, you're invincible. You don't want to think about it. You don't want to talk about it.
Sure. I have an answer for that too.
Well.
I always have an answer. So you're young, you're invincible. Are you going to be invincible when you're 60 years old? Do you know that for sure? I say no. I'll answer that for you.
Absolutely not.
What comes down the pipe? There's a good chance, a reasonable chance, let's say that when you're 60, you'll have whatever, maybe cancer, right? The stats are 1 in 2 men in Canada is going to get cancer in some way in your life.
It's scary.
That is scary to not be protected, right?
Yeah.
So whether it's critical illness or cancer, right? You really should have both. Yeah. Minimum is life insurance. You need some critical insurance, because if cancer comes and finds you, because there's no rhyme or reason when cancer comes.
Absolutely.
And that's going to knock you on your butt for a year, right? So take a year off, all your bills are paid, fight the cancer, get back on track.
That's right.
Yeah.
So I think it's important too, especially with homeowners, you got to pay that mortgage, right? So what advice do you have for maybe a new buyer that's just bought a new house?
Absolutely. So you get your mortgage, and then the banker says, so sign here for your life insurance. Do not say no matter how hard he pushes. Banks do not do underwriting for life insurance. They'll do the underwriting when someone dies. And then you find out whether or not you have any insurance at all. And they are masters at wiggling out of paying. I know 2 people personally where the bank did its best. And then people that I know, they hired a lawyer to get paid what was on paper. It's horrendous. So don't even bother, because get real life insurance, right? From a company that does that for a living.
Okay.
Banks take your money for a living and they play with that. That's what they do best. $1 billion a quarter. They don't need any more of your money.
Right.
Go to a life insurance company, get an insurance policy that's the same as your mortgage. By the way, when a bank gives you life insurance, they charge you the same amount throughout your mortgage. Starts out at whatever your mortgage is, maybe it's 400, 500 grand. And even if they pay out, maybe it's you owe 100 left of your mortgage, that's the payout, but your premiums have been as if you're getting 500 of insurance, right?
Yeah.
The amount of payout keeps going down, the premium stays the same. You're getting less for your dollar, even if you get paid.
Right. So the takeaway is call you, you can shop around, fit a policy for that person.
100%.
Okay. Anything else you want to talk about? Any other services you provide?
Services I provide. How about seg funds? So somebody wants to retire and they'll go, hey, Uncle so-and-so is a money guy, right? So they go to him. Maybe he can make money, but as important as making money is what you do with the money. Do you really want to give most of it to the government, right? Who cares if you make a giant pot of money and the government says, wow, thank you very much, and off they go. There's different ways to go as far as one way you can eliminate tax, but it's not for a large. If you have $1 million, you can't do it that way. Small ways, you can eliminate 100% of the tax. Large ways, there's financial planning involved with either life insurance policy or segregated funds on where we direct it. There's no reason to pay a ton of tax. Only pay what you should.
Yeah.
No more.
Anybody can agree with that, I think.
Yeah. Don't pay a dime more than you should.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for taking the time out today. What's the best way to reach you if somebody has questions?
Okay, you can post my info there on the interview right below there.
Yeah.
Phone number is 403-660-8812.
Perfect.
That's a very old cell number. That's from TELUS. That's back when my phone was literally the size of a brick. That's when I got that phone number.
Nice.
Yeah, they owe me. I've paid them a long time. And yeah, the email address and such and the website you can put on there and people can find it, right? If they watch this interview, they'll see the info below.
Yep. Awesome. So insurance, big corporations, individuals, call Frank. He knows what he's talking about. If you have real estate questions, visit my website, 403RealEstateGroup's. If you want to have your business interviewed, visit parkbench.com and check it out. It's pretty interesting stuff. So thanks again, Frank.
Okay. Come see me.
Talk to you soon.
Okay.